Hari Om and welcome to all the divine Atmajyotis to today's shloka learning and contemplation. Today let us learn shloka 6.47 from Dhyana Yoga. So I request Namit to teach the shloka and Megha to repeat. When Megha is repeating, let all of us hold our hands in Namaste and repeat along with Megha. Over to Namit.
योगिनामपि सर्वेषां मद्गतेनन्तरात्मना
योगिनामपि सर्वेषां मद्गतेनान्तरात्मना
श्रद्धावान् भजते यो माम् स मे युक्ततमो मतः
श्रद्धावान् भजते यो मां स मे युक्ततमो मतः.
The whole shloka. योगिनामपि सर्वेषां मद्गतेनन्तरात्मना श्रद्धावान् भजते यो मां स मे युक्ततमो मतः.
योगिनामपि सर्वेषां मद्गतेनान्तरात्मना श्रद्धावान् भजते यो मां स मे युक्ततमो मतः. Of all yogis, those whose minds are always absorbed in me and who engage in devotion, to serve all with feeling of divine in others, to me with great faith, them I should consider to be the highest of all.
Thank you, Namit. Thank you, Megha. So what is that Sri Krishna wants us to learn from this shloka? Of all the yogis, so it looks like as if Sri Krishna is comparing of all the yogis, the ones whose minds are absorbed in me and those who are engaged in devotion, they are the highest. So as if like when we are competing, let's say in running race, we see, right, those who run fastest are considered as, okay, number one, and the next one is number two, like that. So as if Sri Krishna is comparing and saying who is the highest. So what is that Sri Krishna is saying here? To understand this better, let's look at some of the examples. So there are two things that Sri Krishna is teaching. So far in the Dhyana Yoga, we've been seeing it is about meditation or dhyana. And we have seen that dhyana doesn't necessarily mean that we have to keep our eyes closed only. We can also do dhyana with our eyes open, right? So therefore, first let us ask the question, what is the highest dhyana? Like how we have done with the eyes closed, right? What is the highest? So right now we have learned about two techniques. One technique where we are counting the breath, another technique where we are watching the breath. So like that, there are many techniques. Which of the technique is the highest? Is one of the aspects that Sri Krishna wants us to learn. So when you are meditating, what is that you're doing? You're watching something, and if any thoughts occur in your mind, you're simply keeping them aside. Is it not? So what you are watching is very important. So there are some techniques where you are asked to watch a form of the God as an example. So for example, you may be asked, imagine Sri Krishna, and now you put all your mind on Sri Krishna's form and you meditate. So like that, there are some techniques, right? So now when you are imagining something like that, whatever you're imagining, most often, how does it appear to you? What you're imagining appears to be outside of you. Is it not? If let's say I ask you, meditate on the form of Sri Vishnu, what you will imagine? Maybe some photo or some temple that you visited, and you will imagine that form and you will focus on that. But in that, what is happening? That form of the divine seems to be outside of you. But the highest meditation is done with the feeling that my true self is that divine, rather than meditating with the feeling that I am meditating on the divine and the divine is something else from me. Rather than that, the highest meditation is where you meditate with the feeling that divine is my true nature. My true self is divine only. And it is within my heart. This is the highest meditation when you're meditating with your eyes closed. Rather than thinking or feeling that I and divine are separate. Feeling I and Krishna are separate. Or feeling I and Vishnu are separate. Or feeling I and God are separate. Rather than that, meditating with the feeling that I and the divine. Divine is my true nature, my true self. This is the highest meditation. When you meditate with your eyes closed. Okay. So this is the first aspect that Sri Krishna wants us to learn from this shloka. To understand the next aspect, I have some simple question for you. So the next aspect is about realizing what is the highest dhyana when we are acting in the world. I told you, no, we can do dhyana all the time. It is not only when we have kept our eyes closed. Even when we are acting, we can be in dhyana, in meditation. What is the highest when we are acting in the world? What is the highest meditation when we are acting in the world? To understand that, one simple question. Each one of you or whoever wants to answer can raise your hand and you can answer. What is a mirror? The simple question is, what is a mirror? Yes, Shreyas.
Yes, Vijayji. So, like, a mirror is like a type of material or something which, like silver, I don't know properly, but it's like a material which reflects our body and
Okay.
shows what are we doing and what's in our surroundings. It reflects the exact opposite.
Okay, very nice. Yes, Ritik, what is a mirror?
Sir, mirror is a reflection of ourselves.
Reflection of ourselves. Very nice. Kripalini, what is a mirror?
It's an object which reflects a light and like shows ourselves in it.
It's an object that reflects light and shows ourselves. Very nice. Vihan, what is a mirror?
Sir, a mirror is a type of glass that allows us to show ourselves on what we are doing.
It's a type of glass. Very nice. Yes, Snigdha, what is a mirror?
A mirror is an object which reflects anything in front of it, not only us, other people also, and whatever is in the background.
Whatever is in front of it, it reflects. Very nice. Megha?
Vijayji, so mirror is an item that reflects light towards us and which can be seen in the mirror. It's also an item that reflects light to the opposite, whatever is opposite of it.
Okay. Rohan?
A mirror is a highly polished surface which reflects light.
Very nice. Excellent answers, all of you. So, looking at all your answers, something similar I have to say about what is a mirror. A mirror, in a very simple way, is something that reflects you. Is it not? When you stand in front of it, it simply reflects you. How it reflects is how you some of you answered. It's a polished surface and light falls on you, and then light goes into that mirror. Like that, there is so much of science. But in a very simple sense, if you have to understand a mirror, it's something that reflects you. Correct? So now, let me ask the next question. What is world? What is world? Those of you who want to answer, please raise your hand. What is world? Yes, Megha.
So like world is like a place in which people live in. World, according to humans, the earth, like natural surroundings. But
Okay, so the entire natural surroundings where people and many things live is what you call as world. Okay. Snigdha, what is world?
G, there are two types of world. So one is what Megha said, and another one is like our world. So what is then our world? Like whatever we think about is our world. So that's what is another version of world.
Very nice. So there is one world that we see, every one of us sees, but more than that, what we see within ourselves is our world. Okay, very nice. Shreyas?
Yeah, so like the world is like till now like Earth. We say that Earth is our world because that's the only place that we can live in. And here we have everything which is there to survive. So we call it a world which like natural surroundings like Mega City.
Very nice. Kritika, what is world according to you?
World is like a place where non-living things and living things are there, and as well as good and bad things happen. But yeah,
Very nice.
that,
World is a place where living, non-living, good and bad, everything is happening. Okay, very nice. Pratik, what is world according to you?
Sir, world is we and galaxy and earth.
Okay, so the galaxy and the earth, all of this is world. Very nice. Megha, you?
So I actually wanted to add something. Like just like Smita said, there are two worlds. One is a physical world, just like I said before, and one is like an imagined world, and also it's also like a personality. What you like most.
Okay, so there is a
World.
so-called visible world and there is an invisible, imaginary world. Very
Yeah.
nice. Diya Disha, who wants to answer?
Our minds are
Our mind is our world. Wonderful. Both of you answered at the same time. Very nice. Yes, Nigda.
Yeah, adding on to what Diya and Disha said. So our mind is our world because whenever we're doing something, it's like see when we are doing something creative, we always use our imagination, and that imagination is a world. So when we're writing some story, we use our fantasy or imaginations in the sheet of paper. So it's like all of that imagination, creativity, and all. It's like our world from within.
Wonderful. Very nice. Excellent answers. Each of your answer is correct. However, here, for our learning purpose, if you think about what is world, world is like a mirror that reflects you. World is like a mirror that reflects you. You may be wondering, how so? I know a mirror where I go and stand in front of it. If I do the mirror also does If I do E, the mirror also does E. But if I go and stand in front of my friend, if I do if the friend is in a good mood, the friend may also do Otherwise, the friend may say, hey, go, get lost. Right? How is that world is a reflection of me? Is it not? Is the world really a mirror of me? That would be a question in your mind, is it not? So let's understand this. So what is meant by that is to see yourself in all and to see all in you is what is meant by that statement. So as an example, how do you like to be treated by your friend? Do you like to be treated honestly, kindly, or do you want your friends to tell you a lie and irritate you and scold you? How do you like yourself to be treated by your friends? Naturally, each one of us likes to be treated very well by our friends and by people around us, is it not? So I want my friends and everybody to be punctual, be kind, tell the truth, keep up their promise. Is it not? How does that happen? Have I kept my promises? Have I been kind to my friends? Have I been punctual? If I am like that, then the world will also reflect that around me. Is it not? I'll tell you a simple story. This is a story that happened in the life of the great Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Once, one mother came to Ramakrishna Paramahamsa and said, Ramakrishna ji, my child eats a lot of jaggery, always wants to eat jaggery. And if the child keeps on eating jaggery like that, first of all, it would upset the teeth and also the stomach. And the child is going through a lot of health issues. Please tell my child to not eat jaggery. They say you are a great being. Whatever you say happens. Can you please help my child? Ramakrishna ji said, why don't you come back after another 2 weeks? Then I will speak to your child. So the mother thought, okay, maybe there is something that Ramakrishna ji wants to find out. Or maybe Ramakrishna ji is very busy. Okay, I will come back after another 2 weeks. After another 2 weeks, that mother and the child came. And again they went to Ramakrishna ji. And Ramakrishna ji called that child. And kindly he spoke to that child. If you keep eating jaggery so much, what do you think may happen to your teeth, my dear child? Ramakrishna ji asked. The child thought for a moment. The child said, maybe the teeth will decay. Correct? No? Okay. And my dear child, if you keep eating only jaggery, which is nothing but only sweet, and if you're not able to eat other things, do you think your body will be nourished well? Again, the child thought, yeah, that body will not be nourished well. Correct? No? Correct. And also, my dear child, if you eat only jaggery, will you know other tastes? So many wonderful dishes are there, no? Will you know other taste? The child thought, correct, I won't know because I will not be eating anything else because I'm eating only one thing. So I won't know. So don't you think other things you will miss? You will not even know what their taste is like? Correct. The child said, correct. Then my dear child, don't you think it's a good idea to eat jaggery in a very limited way and to eat everything else that is appropriate for you? The child felt correct. And the child said, yes. Then will you be like that? Ramakrishna ji asked. And the child said, yes, I will be like that. And Ramakrishna ji said, wonderful, very nice. You will be a very good one if you keep up your promise. May the best happen to you. Like that, Ramakrishna ji blessed the child, and the child went away to play. The mother was looking at all of this. she had a question. Hare, the same thing Ramakrishna ji could have told 2 weeks back, no? So she went to him and she asked, Ramakrishna ji, you made me and my child come all the way. We are coming from a far village. You could have said whatever you said last time only, no? Ramakrishna ji said, oh, my dear mother, 2 weeks back, when you asked me, I myself used to eat lot of jaggery. I myself used to consume lot of jaggery all the time. When you asked me to tell the child, I thought for a moment, if I tell the child to give up jaggery, I will be simply telling, which I myself may not be practicing. So I decided that I first will see how it is to give up jaggery. Because whatever I truly practice, only that I can tell others, no? So therefore, over the last 2 weeks, first I gave up eating so much of jaggery. And now when I'm telling, I am telling the truth. I no more am feeling that I'm telling something that I myself am not practicing. So therefore, now I am able to tell it with complete conviction, with reality, because I have seen what it does and I know how to give it up. So therefore, now I am able to tell the child. And that is why the child also agreed with me. So this is the story about how the world is nothing but a reflection of you. What you give the world is what the world also gives back to you. If you give the world honesty, the world also gives back honesty. If you're kind to the world is also kind to you. If you are yelling at the world also yells back at you. So this is the highest meditation, to see the self in all. How you see yourself, the most divine, the kind qualities within you. See the same kind and divine qualities in the others, and you offer that to the others. And you see in the others the best qualities is to see all in the self. And this is what truly Sri Krishna also means, those who are in my divine service, which is what we have learnt already as yagna bhava, to live our life with a yagna bhava, an attitude of service. And this is where we have learnt about the Pancha-maha-yagnas, the Deva Yagna, Bhuta Yagna, Manushya Yagna, Pitru Yagna, Rishi Yagna. Respecting the divine, unknown forces, the air, the water, the light, and preserving the nature is Deva Yagna. Taking care of all other animals and plants is Bhuta Yagna. Helping fellow human beings is Manushya Yagna. Respecting our parents and elders is Pitru Yagna. More than all of this is realizing the truths taught by great masters and our Sadguru and sharing it with others is Rishi Yagna. This is what is the highest form of meditation in action. So like this, here Sri Krishna is teaching us that those yogis, those of you who, when your eyes are closed and when you're meditating with the feeling that divine is my true nature, divine is my true self. That is the highest meditation. And when you're acting in the world, when you're performing any action in the world, when you see the self in all, when you see all in you, when you see the self in you, and you perform whatever action you're performing with a yajna bhava, then that is also highest meditation. So like that, here Sri Krishna is teaching us whether when our eyes are closed or whether when our eyes are open and when we're acting, how to be in the highest form of meditation. And such a yogi naturally will be considered as highest by Sri Krishna, is what Sri Krishna is teaching us here. Okay? Does anyone have any question on what you've heard so far? Does anyone have any doubts? Yes, Snigdha.
Ji, I have a question related to the story.
Yes.
So, when Sri
Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, Ramakrishna ji.
Krishna Paramahamsa, when he told the kid who was eating jaggery, he told it very simple. But even the mother could also say, no, why couldn't she say it herself instead of going and asking him?
It all depends, no? See, that's what Ramakrishna's story is telling us. When I am practicing something and when I tell whatever I know and whatever I'm practicing, then only it can create an impact on the others. So in the story, we do not know why the mother did not choose to tell. Maybe the mother did not believe that she can, when she honestly tells, it will have an impact. Maybe that's what she thought. I don't know. But what is important for you and me to learn from the story is, what is world? World simply reflects what I am truly. That's what the story we have to learn from this. If I am kind to the world will be kind to me. If I am honest to the world will be honest to me. That's the important message from the story. Does that answer your question, Snigdha?
Yes, Ji.
All right. Does anyone else have any other question?
Sir, I have.
Yes, Ritik. What is your question?
Sir, what now, sir? How we can meditate with open eyes?
That is what I showed you, no? Open eye meditation means nothing but doing our action with a yajna bhava. Open eye meditation means doing our action with a yajna bhava. So for example, when you're doing puja in your God room, and when you do it with full devotion, that is deva yajna. Or let's say you take care of the nature. If people are throwing all kinds of muck, you help them to learn how to keep the environment clean. Or if people are polluting water or air, if you're teaching. So like that, deva yajna means taking care of the various divine forces that are helping you and me. And that you do with your eyes open only, no? Or for example, bhuta yajna means what? Helping other animals. Let's say you feed animals or you give water to animals, birds during this summer. That is bhuta yajna. That you do with your eyes open. So like that, these 5 yajnas, deva yajna, bhuta yajna, manushya, pitru and rishi yajna. These are something that you do with your eyes open.
Yes, sir.
So this is what is meant by dhyana with eyes open.
Yes.
Clear?
Very clear.
Yes. Very nice. Any other question, anyone? Wonderful. Then I would love to listen to each one of you about your understanding. Can you all please raise your hand? I would love to listen to each one of you. Let's begin with Shreyas.
Yes, Vijay. So, like, first you said about the experiment. Not sorry. Like you showed us pictures of the mirror and what's the world. So we learned that like a mirror is the reflection. But you said your beginning question. What is the greatest form of
Meditation.
meditation? So it is it is doing the yagnas, the bhuta, Mahapancha yagnas,
Pancha Mahayagnas.
Pancha Mahayagnas.
Yeah, you
And,
can see them on your screen. You can
okay.
read out if you want.
Yeah. So I'll talk about that later.
Sure.
So then when what we do to anybody, if we do something good to anybody, we will also get something good. If you do some like if you don't talk, you go away, I don't want to talk to you, people will also do the same to you. You can't expect that you'll always get the good you'll always be good all time. So you should try to see everyone in the form of yourself.
Very
Then
nice.
then we do yagna while opening our eyes, as you said, which are the Pancha Mahayagnas. Rishi Yagna, with to realize the truth of the great masters like our Guruji and Sri Ramakrishna Paramahansa, and Pitru Yagna, like if somebody is blind and they're very old and they want to cross the road, you can help them. Then we'll be doing Pitru Yagna. Then helping anybody in the world, like any person, will be doing Manushya Yagna. And while if we help an animal, like or any animals, we do Bhuta Yagna. And with great devotion, if we pray or pray, we do Deva Yagna. That's what I understand.
Excellent. Thank you very much, Reyes. Very nice. Rohan?
Yeah, I understood that divine is in our true self, and I also understood that if you want to be treated good by the society, you also need to help the society. And I also understood that there are Pancha Mahayagnas, the 5 types of yagnas, like how Shreyas said. And Deva Yagna is respecting and preserving nature. Bhuta Yagna is serving all forms of life. Manushya Yagna is helping the humans, helping like your parents, your friends. And Pitru Yagna is respecting parents and elders. Rishi Yagna is when you realize your true self and God.
Wonderful. Thank you, Rohan. Yes, Ritik, what is that you understood? Ritik, are you there? Okay, we'll get back.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir,
Yeah.
sir means what is like a mirror? Sir, like we planted mango tree means we can get mango fruit. Like that only we plant banana tree means we can get banana, not a broccoli. Like that, what we will serve the world, we can get that back.
Excellent. Very nice example. Thank you, Ritik.
Welcome.
Yes, Megha, can you share your understanding?
Yes, Vijayji. So an example for this is like the moral is like you sow what you sow is what you reap. Like if you like give respect, you take respect. For example, you respect someone, they respect you back. Like that. Like that. If we like love the world loves us. We hate the world hates us. It's like that.
Very nice. Very nice. Thank you, Megha. Yes, Namit, what is your understanding? You have to please unmute, Namit.
Yeah. So what I understood from this shloka is that whatever we do in life, it'll come back to us just like a mirror. The world is just like a mirror. Whatever actions we perform, it all comes back to us. And I want to share what I understood from that Ramakrishna Paramahamsa story too. Like if we need to tell someone else on what to do, and we should also be following that, because many people try. If you tell a child to do something, uh, and again if you do that action and also tell the child, then you can see the difference. If you do it, the child will know the value of it. So that's what I understood from that. If we tell, we should also be following it, or else it will be like we are just telling others what to do, and we are not following. Like it happens a lot in politics and all sorts of things. They themselves set the rules for our country, but they may get caught in some case or something. So the same way, we need to follow whatever we tell. We should follow first, then we should preach others. And for this one, to see self in all and to see all in self, I also have an example. Like Prabhuji normally tells Brahmanda and Pindanda. That Brahmanda is the whole, and Pindanda is the a very small part, is very small. So Brahmanda is part of Pindanda, and Pindanda is part of Brahmanda. So like basically what it means is, if I can give an example, the example of hen and egg. So like hen is born out of the egg, and egg, inside the egg there'll be an, inside the stomach of the hen there'll be an egg. So the same way, all the everything, the so-called everything in this world is uh, is just little part. And like we tell something is everything. It's just like that.
Very nice. Thank you, Namit. Raghavi?
Yes, Vijayji. Vijayji, I learned that the way we want to be treated usually depends on how we treat others. So if we want to be treated good, we have to treat others also good. I also learned that before correcting or advising anyone, we have to implement it on ourselves. So basically, there's another thing I observed, that whenever we meditate, we usually connect ourselves in God, right? And you also said that whenever we meditate, we have to think as the same, right? So when you respect a person, you are not really respecting them, but also the God within them.
Very nice. Very nice, Raghavi. Thank you. Kritika, what is your understanding, Amma?
I would like to say that where if you want any respect, kindness, or anything, first we should give. If we give and the opposite person doesn't give us back, the world will give that respect and kindness in some way or the other, and it will also be as a good karma also. And another thing is that before saying anyone that you're wrong, you're doing that wrong, no, you should do this like this, no, you should do it like that, you should understand, like, you should know if you're doing it correct first. So that's my understanding.
Very nice. Excellent, Kritika. Thank you. Snigdha?
So, Ji, what I understood in this shloka is that, so basically, whenever we are, whenever we have to, if somebody comes to us and they ask us, can you teach me this or any other particular thing, we have to always, we have to first follow it. Then only we can go tell another person. Or if we now, since you follow Bhagavad Gita, you are teaching Bhagavad Gita. So like that, if you are following something or doing something very regularly, then it's like you can tell somebody else or you can teach somebody else. Or else if you don't really follow it and you're teaching other people, it's not really useful, because you yourself are not following. So why should you be teaching other people? So first you have to look at yourself. Am I following this? And then you should go and teach other people. Like how Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, how he did. He first thought thought about it himself. Am I following this? Am I eating less jaggery to tell the child not to eat jaggery? So when he thought that, he realized that I am eating too much jaggery. First, I have to reduce this habit. Then only I should tell another child to reduce the habit. So like that, you whatever the situation is, first you have to follow it, and then you have to tell other people to follow it. And also, I understood about the Pancha Yagna. So in the first image, as you showed in the slide, it was where Guruji was. They were both Guruji and Guru Maharaj. They both were praising the cow. They were praying to. They were showing respect to the cow. So like that, even I sometimes, whenever I see animals, especially cow and stray dogs and all that, I can't help but ignore. Like I can't help to ignore. I always feel like doing something, helping them in some or the other way. I feel like I can't even ignore it. But somehow I'll be forced to ignore it. But sometimes mostly when I see cows, I always show respect to the cow, because there's a God in the cow, and there's God in all the beings. So you have to do what whatever you do comes back to you, and also you have to think before you act. So if you want good to happen to you, then you have to be good with other people. So just in case you don't know how to react, you have to wait for a bit and think, and then later you have to react. Or else if you react something, no, then the other person will get puzzled and be like, what is she saying? Because you don't know what are you reacting. See, for example, one person is angrily telling you something, and you are not listening. And then later they ask you to say something, like they'll be like, so what will you say? And then you are so clueless, you don't even know what they said. Okay, you just without thinking will say something, and they will be puzzled. They'll be like, what are you saying? We're not even talking about what we're talking. So that's why you have to always think before you act, and whatever you do comes back to you, which is always true. So if you do good things will happen to you. If you do bad things, then bad things will happen to you. This is what I understood.
Very nice. Thank you, Snigdha. Sanvi, what is your understanding, Amma?
I understood that we should respect everyone, and we should do service and meditation with all the effort which we can. We should do all our best to do service to others. I also understood that when we're saying something to someone, we should make sure that we follow it.
Very nice. Very nice. Thank you, Sanvi. Aditya, what is your understanding?
So I understood, like, everything we see around us, or the world we see, is a world that's within us. So like you gave the example of a mirror. The mirror simply shows what is in front of it. So similarly, like that, the world around you is what is within, what you feel within, and what you have, what pictures you have in your mind. So when what is within is an intention of service or an intention of helping others, that's what is projected outwards also. So when you want to help others help you as well. So like and then how can you help others? There are multiple ways. You don't have to help people necessarily. It can be helping multiple forms. It can be like animals. It can be anything, but it doesn't have to necessarily be a person. So like there are multiple ways to serve. There's Deva Yagna, Pitra Yagna, yeah, all of these. So like that, there are many ways to serve other people. And when you do that, that's what comes within you, and that's what your world is.
Very nice. Thank you, Aditya. Vihan, is there something that you would like to share?
Actually, no, sir.
Okay. Kripalini, is there something that you would like to share?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I understood about the Pancha Yagnas, all the 5 Yagnas.
Very nice.
I used to not know them before. Now only I understood about all of them.
Wonderful. Very nice.
And then I understood about you should see yourself in all and to see all in yourself.
Excellent. Excellent. Thank you, Kripalini.
Thank you. Sir.
Yes, Ritik.
Sir, I want to conclude 2 proverbs, sir. There is Hindi one proverb, sir, that is Boya ped babul ka to aam ka se phal hue. Sir, and second in Kannada, sir, now nudidante nadiyabeku.
Very nice. And what is the first proverb in the Hindi that you said? Can you translate that to English?
Yes, sir. Sir, when we plant a banyan tree, how we can get the fruit of mango?
Ah, very nice. Can you say that again?
Sir, when we plant a banyan tree, how we can get the fruit of mango?
No. Can you say that in Hindi?
Sir, boya ped babul ka to aam kahan se phal hue.
Ah, wonderful. Thank you, Ritik.
Thank you.
Yes, Snigdha.
Yeah, I also wanted to add on that whenever you're when you have, it's not like the divine and I when you're meditating. It's always that I am the divine. So whenever I used to meditate, I always used to think that divine is one person and I am one person. And I never used to think that me and divine are one. It's not like divine is some separate person and I am a separate person. We both are one person. So because Krishna is God and I am myself. So it's nothing like that. Most of people think like that. So he is the God, he is himself. I am a normal person, I am myself. It's not like that. Every human being is one. It's just like in different forms, like how God is one, but he takes different avatars. It's like that.
Very nice. Excellent. Excellent. Wonderful. So glad to listen to each one of you. Thank you all. Hari Om.